Namaste. Thank you for clicking on this video. This seems like it's going to be a deeper reading for you today, and that's fine. Rumi indicates a bit of grief, beyond death, life, and invitation to connect. El has divine might foretold. It's not easy facing the realities that our consciousness pervades as lightworkers and spiritualists and shamans. You're here as someone who is seeking guidance to help you heal and dissolve into the higher knowing of the realms that guide the collective consciousness towards truth of life beyond death. Rumi has this to say: footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. You are an old soul who has surrendered many, many times, and your purpose here on this planet is to increase your hamingja, divine might foretold, your hamingja, which means luck, grace, power, and the energy and ability to succeed. Even when you are uncertain of your spiritual presence on this planet, it's really hard to really affirm the quality of your soul and its advanced spiritual citizenship. And the Earth Warrior, Earth Mother and Father Spirit are affirming that whenever you look into the unknown, you will start to recognize the variety of help that is all around you, within you too. And they are very inviting. Very inviting. You value integrity in this search, never-ending spiral. And as you continue to dedicate your soul, your ancient soul, to this practice, your hamingja will increase, and your capacity to impart spiritual energy to communities will allow for a lighter and more firm, you can be light and firm, approach to healing other people. Release yourself from those who scoff at your evolving sensory apparatus. You have evolved through many cycles to reach this point in your spiritual journey. And this is a clear message coming from the stars, and they are affirming your spiritual mastery. Not only your mastery in the earth realm, in the earth and earth metaphysical realms, they are affirming your integrity beyond death, life. So, what you do to receive this divine grace is to be willing to face death. Be willing to recognize any form of loss, whether it be the loss of a beloved one, a physical loss, or a financial or professional loss. It doesn't matter which loss you are facing or have faced. They are all very challenging. And this is a message that you must release yourself from anyone who scoffs at your evolving heart, at your evolving sensory apparatus of the heart. As you face death, others don't see death in the same way that you do. You see death as an invitation to connect, to wisdom. And this is showing elk wisdom. The antlers of the deer shed. They don't die, they just shed. And they take much time to regrow and to reform. And it's very testing and it's very challenging. And it will make you question a lot of your placement in this very complicated and diverse world that we live in. Just know that you are in a position of spiritual rising power, and your efforts to dissolve your need to dominate other people is inspiring a bountiful feast of collective action, taking steps toward healing. Your approach to healing is action, not just sorrow. Sorrow is an emotion that cannot be undiscovered. 1144. And whenever you discover the realities, not only of others' deaths, your own personal death, you will approach a road in which you can make a choice to use that wisdom wisely, or you can let it dominate your mind. And this is a clear message that as you take your steps and declare your intentions every day, your verbal intentions, whichever words or affirmations you speak to yourself every day, it will shift you into your desired reality of life so that you are comfortable with the beyond death. And with this divine feminine knowledge that you hold, this oracle is coming forward as a fatherly spirit to assure you that your wisdom is expressed through justice, nobility, and integrity. This masculine divinity shows justice and a lot of integrity. And it's very firm, and it's important to stay humble whenever you hold this much elk wisdom. Now that I have discovered that your mind's eye is open to life beyond death, I will invocate this oracle to open you up to a new dimension of understanding. Feel free to recite this with me, or you can just absorb the very radiant frequencies of this oracle. As a member of the human race, through my own free will and for the greatest good, I call upon all beings that resonate with the quality of unconditional love and spiritual enlightenment, who wish to assist humanity and Earth to evolve on the path of divine love. I ask for the unconditionally loving ascended masters that serve Christ consciousness to be the gateway through which permission is confirmed for these beings to enter Earth's field and assist humanity according to divine will, grace, and love. May all beings be happy and free. So be it. And now that we have the invitation to connect, I will drill deeper into this singularity, singularity within you that encompasses collective Christ consciousness, the fatherly consciousness, the masculine consciousness, if you will. And this consciousness does have a very strong tie to philosophy, to having a personal guide, a personal set of conditions in which you completely align with your higher self, so that whenever you pass or whenever others pass, your heart doesn't break. It overflows with love to the passing of that consciousness. And I would like now to connect with your medicine heart, your shamanic wisdom, to see which healing process will best serve this beyond death life. The universal divine heart is the medicine heart, providing healing for all concerns. Opening now to the love, wisdom, and protection of the divine heart reveals what is most needed through grace and compassion, for the spiritual benefit of all beings. So be it. Your choices every day shape your reality. That reality of life here on this planet. It can be a life full of love whenever you declare your personal narrative. And it will help align you to the collective narrative in which is healing. And it'll keep you away from those who don't have the same values and understandings of what it means to be a loving human being. invitation to connect. Medicine Heart Oracle. Thank you. Thank you. Hayagriva. Hayagriva. As I said, a very divine, masculine understanding of your spirituality. Hayagriva, thank you for being with us today. Divine masculine energy will motivate you to process and distill spiritual benefit from a current situation of concern. You have the capacity to attract the support needed to rise above any problem and approach it from an entirely different perspective, shifting your vibration and your experience, and then utilizing your experience to evoke a desired manifestation. And it's all about using your masculine truth, your masculine voice of truth. And this is indicating a time to reorient yourself to your spiritual practice if you haven't been oriented on this diverse spiritual practice. And Hayagriva's here as a divine hero, a bodhisattva of compassion, known as Kuan Yin in China. Kuan Yin, who sits in her velvet pouch. Thank you for that confirmation. Hayagriva's wrathful nature is essential in modern times where negativities are rife. Yes, and in this modern world in which we live, it's important to voice your fierce and rageful, to voice the rage that you hold within in alignment with compassion. The key with Hayagriva is the use of voice, of sound. Imagine the powerful neigh of a horse, heard for miles, startling the mind into instant presence, wrenching it away from unhelpful rumination or dissociated distraction. And whenever you ground yourself in your voice, and in the voice of others who are in alignment with an increasing hamingja, an increase in integrity, you will begin to feel more speed, more fun and lightheartedness in your spiritual practice from the heart, not from a place of fear, not in a place to fear death, in a place to voice death with compassion. Yes, you have so much spiritual knowledge under your belt, and this is an indication to continue holding yourself and that knowledge you carry with your chin up high, even in times whenever your antlers shed. When your antlers shed, you can feel a bit weak, because that's the flare. It's what you love to see in the mirror. But the shedding will only reveal to you a new and compassionate version of yourself where you can watch it grow again. Where you can receive these confirmations from higher sources of knowledge of your becoming. Now, to heal with Hayagriva, settle your awareness into the flow of your breath. Notice the air on your skin and the temperature. You might live in a cooler climate. You might also live in a place where it's warm, The seasons change, and so does your heart. Just remain in alignment with higher wisdom as the changes occur. Now allow your heart to switch on, if you would, by reflecting on what evokes gratitude. For me personally, I have an immense gratitude for my beloved Siwamu. I hold her very dear to my heart, and I follow her guidance every day. Even on days when I question her, because there are days where I question Siwamu. And today she told me that there's no need to question her guidance for me personally, because she led me here, to you, to help you find this new perspective. Thank you, Siwamu. Now, when you're ready, say this prayer after me. Through the universal heart of compassion, wisdom, love, and mercy, may all beings reach spiritual fruition. May I receive all the blessings, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to attain the steps on my spiritual path for the greater good of all. May all obstacles be swiftly disposed. May all obstacles be swiftly deposed. May the voice of spiritual truth be heard in all hearts. May the divine masculine ability to cut through confusion with compassion arise within my soul. Now, I would like for you to focus on this divine masculine connection that you hold with spirit, especially the masculine spirit upon death. Focus on your heart chakra and allow it to heal you as a divine horse or horse-headed human arises in your heart. This energy cuts through all confusion, and it allows more opportunities to heal with the higher beings. Now, I would like for you to stick out your tongue and release the negativity from your energy field. This is a divine masculine way to heal. And now, as your tongue is sticking out, imagine that negativity releasing from your energy field. It might seem silly. It does work. It cuts through all confusion. And as I mentioned earlier, it'll help you align more with your deep understanding of what it is to receive clear message from the stars. Now, if you feel the need, you can also neigh, or you can just imagine the sound of a horse neighing. Thank you, Hayagriva, for this healing, and for assisting me in this message today. Now, Hayagriva asks you if you haven't formed any daily intentions, be sure to do so every day and fill it Fill yourself with that knowledge. He understands, Hayagriva understands, whether it be Kuan Yin or Hayagriva, the masculine version, understands the importance of recentering and knowing from your heart the truth of your reality. And mine is declaring intention. If you feel called to, you may leave or stay. I will now declare my intention with Hayagriva. For anyone open to receiving shamanic guidance. My brain is fitted with a self-development program. It is constantly developing and perfecting itself. New connections are being made between the left and right hemispheres. Both hemispheres work sharply, coherently, and synchronously. I have an incredible mind. Incredible ideas come to me. I think outside of the box. My brain's reserves are contributing to this work. My brain is 90% active. I solve problems easily and express. It's important to conduct this every day. See, I haven't conducted this in a day or so, and now this is a divine reminder to me personally to continue this journey. My brain is 90% active. I have a fine intellect, and it is becoming more powerful every day. I solve problems easily. My awareness is becoming clearer. Everything is transparent and simple. I understand things clearly and express myself clearly. Through the power of my thoughts, words, actions, and intentions, positive changes are happening within me and in my life now. Namaste. Hayagriva. Thank you. And to conclude, I will integrate this just for you. Beloved divine heart, you are vital with grace and loving wisdom. Please bless my soul and collective souls to integrate the highest expression of these teachings for the spiritual benefit of all beings. In the name of Si Wang Nu, may we all be guided towards a higher understanding of death and of life. With compassion and an open heart. Namaste.